Syam,
Ya, Mak?
mari kita cari barang apa yang boleh bantu baik pulih ayah kau.
Betul juga tu.
Jom.
Jom.
Wah, banyaknya produk. Tapi macam mana nak pilih?
Ini nak. Yang ni nak juga. Nak. Nak juga. Nak. Mana kita mampu?
Yalah.
Hai, jangan risau. CARiNG offers rehab rental service.
Rehab rental service?
Yeah, why buy when you can rent? We offers the best rate and a variety of products that suits your need, such as hospital bed, repair mattress, and wheelchairs. Other than rehab rental service, we also provide free consultation for you to understand your condition better. We will find you the best solution. That's right, we offer same-day delivery, door-to-door service, and technical support. Why buy when you can rent? Visit your nearby CARiNG Georgetown and Wellings Pharmacy to find out more.
Ya, Mak?
Mari kita cari barang apa yang boleh bantu baik pulih ayah kau.
Betul juga tu.
Jom.
Jom.
Wah, banyaknya produk. Tapi macam mana nak pilih?
Ini nak. Yang ni nak juga. Nak. Nak juga. Nak. Mana kita mampu?
Yalah.
Hai, jangan risau. CARiNG offers rehab rental service.
Rehab rental service?
Yeah, why buy when you can rent? We offers the best rate and a variety of products that suits your need, such as hospital bed, repair mattress, and wheelchairs. Other than rehab rental service, we also provide free consultation for you to understand your condition better. We will find you the best solution. That's right, we offer same-day delivery, door-to-door service, and technical support. Why buy when you can rent? Visit your nearby CARiNG Georgetown and Wellings Pharmacy to find out more.
Hello everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to our Facebook live stream today. My name is Minyi, your CARiNG Pharmacist and also your host for today. How is everyone been doing lately? Hope all of you are safe and healthy this Thursday evening. Today, we are going to share about something that is very common to everyone. The topic is about cholesterol management. As a pharmacist myself, I've came across a lot of patients who have high cholesterol levels, and find it challenging to control it. If you have any families, relatives, or friends who are facing the exact same situation, do share this live stream link to them now, because we will have a special guest with us today to share more about cholesterol and how to manage it right. So our guest for today is our cardiologist and internal medicine specialist. So without further ado, let us welcome our guest of the day, Dr. David Yong.
Hi, thank you, Minyi, for introducing me, and I'm very happy to be here, to be invited to share my knowledge about cholesterol, and I'm very happy as well to take any questions that you might have. Please put it down in the comment section.
Thank you, Dr. David. It's our pleasure for having you here today. But I just want to push away the other formalities and ask you, how have you been doing lately?
Oh, well, I've been doing fine, I guess. Busy as usual, but still okay, coping well. I'm glad that COVID is over. We can meet like this with you. And I'm happy to be here today, Minyi.
Yes, same thing, Dr. David. We had a really, really cheerful session just now. And thanks to that, we're getting much closer, okay? More chemistry, so this live stream will be smooth. So, for all our audiences today, okay, our topic again for today is something very, very common among our Malaysians, okay, especially with our love for Malaysian delights and also combined with a less than active lifestyle can sometimes lead to concerns about cholesterol and also heart health. So, Dr. David, could you give us a brief explanation on about this topic and also professional opinion on this?
Okay, cholesterol is extremely well known. I think a lot of you might have heard of what cholesterol is. Some would say 𝐸-𝐷𝐸, and all these things, right? But cholesterol is extremely common in our society. According to the National Health Mobility Survey, the latest one, that's published recently, about 30% of our population is actually having high cholesterol. I mean, if you have 3 people in a room, one of you will probably have high cholesterol. The problem about cholesterol is it is a independent risk factor for developing cardiovascular disease in the future. If you have too high of cholesterol in your body, that's definitely not good for you. So that's why we are here today to talk about this problem of high cholesterol.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Dr. David. I'm really, really excited to go through this session with you, and hopefully not just me and everyone online will be able to take back something really, really precious from today's session. So, before we officially dive into the topic of today, if you have any questions, okay, like what Dr. David mentioned regarding cholesterol and heart health, just feel free to put your questions in the comment section and Dr. David will answer them after his sharing. Also, be sure to stay tuned until the end of this live stream because we will be having a giveaway to 3 lucky winners. So call up your friends and your family now to join. Don't miss that chance. So, for those who have just joined us, all right, okay, I believe a lot of people are logging in, tuning in, hurry, 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 okay, no time to waste. Okay, so for those who have just joined us, our topic for today is about cholesterol management. So, Dr. David, okay, could you share with us, with the audience as well, what cholesterol is and also what is the difference between, everyone's been saying this, HDL and LDL?
Yeah, thank you for the question, Minyi. So cholesterol, as defined by the American Heart Association, is a waxy fat-like substance in your bloodstream. Yeah, so it's not fat; it's fat-like substance, waxy fat-like substance. And a lot of us measure cholesterol. We have a total number, total cholesterol, which usually falls around below 5. Above 5 is not good. But we also can separate them into HDL and LDL. So HDL stands for high density lipoprotein, and LDL stands for low density lipoprotein. The one that we are concerned about is low density lipoprotein because too high of an LDL in your body will lead to depositing it into your blood vessels, leading to a condition known as arteriosclerosis, which will put you at risk of cardiovascular diseases in the future. HDL is, on the other hand, is a good cholesterol, which actually help reduce the LDL levels in your body, in its metabolism and so on and so forth. So the main concern that we want to know is your LDL level. So do you know your LDL level, Minyi?
To be honest, doctor, I'm so sorry to tell you, but I don't know.
Okay. After this, you probably have to check.
Yes, after hearing that, I definitely should.
Okay.
All right, doctor. So just now you have mentioned if we have high cholesterol, especially LDL, we would have, there's a risk of atherosclerosis.
Yeah.
But okay, the question is, how do we know, how can we find out if our cholesterol is high?
Okay, of course, yeah. So we know that, if you have very high cholesterol, the main problem with high cholesterol is it gets, deposited in your arteries, and it leads to an hardening of your arteries, putting you at risk or future risk of cardiovascular diseases. So the problem with cholesterol is there is no symptoms. Patients that have high cholesterol do not complain about headache, do not complain about back pain. They do not have any symptoms at all. So the only way to check your cholesterol levels is through a blood test. So drawing out blood and sending it to the lab is the only way to know what your cholesterol level is.
Yes, I agree with Dr. David on this. That's what I always advise my patient to do. So please go and check with the doctor. Please go and check your cholesterol levels. Yes. And another question is, by checking our cholesterol levels is one thing, but how often should we check it? That's the main question.
Okay, according to our guidelines in Malaysia for prevention of coronary artery disease or cardiovascular diseases, we recommend that for Malaysians aged 30 and above to have your blood checked at least once a year. This not to be very troublesome or so on and so forth. Just to know where your cholesterol is. And if you know how high your cholesterol is or how low your cholesterol is, you know how good your health status is. And if your cholesterol levels are high, then maybe you can do some remedial action to bring it down to as low as possible. Yeah. If you do not know, then nothing will be done, right?
Exactly. Better late than never.
Yeah. So yearly, once a year, above the age of 30, that would be recommended. Maybe Minnie is less than 30, so she didn't check her cholesterol lately.
Exactly, doctor. So that means if I'm younger than 30, then I don't have to check my cholesterol?
Well, you're encouraged to check. At least you know whether you have high cholesterol or not. I have patients that are in the very young, 20 plus, and they still have very high cholesterol, which could be a risk for future cardiovascular diseases.
Yes. So everyone has heard, please go and check your cholesterol like tomorrow. Okay, tonight maybe not, tomorrow. Okay. So doctor, okay, speaking about cholesterol levels and everything, can you just enlighten us on what are the health conditions that might cause high cholesterol?
Okay, so high cholesterol can occur by itself, yeah? You do not need to have any health condition to cause the cholesterol to be high. And one of the most common cause of high cholesterol is actually hereditary. So it actually, runs in the family. Some of our family members may have high cholesterol and you are also at higher risk of developing high cholesterol. But the thing is, there are certain health conditions that can put you at higher risk of developing high cholesterol levels, such as diabetes, low thyroid levels, kidney disease. All these actually contribute in some way to increasing your cholesterol levels in your body. So we can also look out for these conditions if you worry about high cholesterol levels.
So that means we have to know more about our body. Okay.
Exactly.
Always know the best about your own body. And also, if you know that your parents or your family members who have had cholesterol, then you definitely should look out already, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, doctor, if we found out that our cholesterol is high, so what will happen after that?
Yeah. Okay. So the thing is, a lot of my patients tell me, I have these high cholesterol levels for many years. Nothing has happened to me. I don't feel any symptoms. I don't feel any pain. I'm fine. I can run a marathon. I can, do jogging, no problem. So why should I be bothered about high cholesterol, right? So I have a pharmacist friend who actually gave me this analogy, which I'd like to share with you, Minnie, today.
Okay.
So in our house, right, we wash our bowls and plates and all that, and there's a lot of oil in the dishes, right? So when you pour the oil into the sink, does it get clogged immediately? No, right?
No, definitely
it
not.
Gets clogged over years, right? 10 years, 20 years, then you get clogged, right? It's the same analogy. So if you have very high cholesterol, problems do not occur immediately. So prolonged exposure to extremely high cholesterol levels over many years or duration of time, which is what lead to the deposition of the cholesterol as mentioned earlier and causing blockage in your coronary vessels. So this is exactly what happens. So if you have high cholesterol, you should in a way try to bring it down. So then there are many ways to bring high cholesterol levels down. Of course, some through lifestyle modifications and also through medications.
Okay. All right. Most of our patients, when they hear lifestyle, okay, they can accept it. But medications.
Yeah.
When they hear medication, they're like, oh, I don't want to take medications. So, doctor, what's your opinion on this? Is it possible to bring down the cholesterol level without medication?
Exactly. Okay, good. Thank you very much for the question. I get asked this question every time I see a cholesterol report. I tell the patient, your cholesterol is high. Doctor, I don't want medications. Is that possible? Yeah, of course. I always give them 3 months to 6 months time period to, advise them on lifestyle modification so that you can, as much as possible, avoid medications. So there are certain things that you can do to bring down your cholesterol. Of course, equipping yourself with the knowledge of what food can actually increase your cholesterol levels. So the food that has high cholesterol are usually animal-based products, dairy products, cheese, meat, fried food, oily food. This kind of food probably you should be avoided. And of course, exercise, maintaining a healthy weight, and this also will help, bring down your cholesterol levels before we embark on the journey of starting a medication. Yeah.
As you all can hear, most of the foods that Dr. David mentioned here are the foods that we consume every single day, all our favorite fast foods and everything.
Yes.
Yeah, so I agree with Dr. David. Okay, everything that you put inside your body, you have to be mindful about it. Okay, you have to love yourself. Okay, and love what the food that you are putting in your body. Make sure that it's the correct one and healthy one.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dr. David, thank you for sharing what are the foods that we can avoid. Okay, there's another common question that a lot of our patients ask. Is it true that if they only take oats or coconut oil, they can bring down their cholesterol levels?
Yeah. Again, I get asked this all the time. Yeah. So oats, I think I'm a good friend of oats. I believe in oats, and there are data to show that oats can actually bring down your cholesterol levels. But I'm not saying the oats that you add on the honey, you add on all these things and they make it extremely delicious. It's just plain old oats, okay? And if you take it once a day, every morning as a breakfast serving, it's shown to bring down your cholesterol level by about 10%, 10 to 20%. That is a fact. That is true. You can indeed bring down your cholesterol level by using oats. But about coconut oil, that is actually, I would not advise that because coconut oil has been shown to actually increase your LDL levels as well as your HDL levels. But we do not want that. We do not want an increase in the LDL levels at all. So I would say coconut oil probably should be avoided.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much for that insightful information. Okay. I seriously just heard this from Dr. David, and that's very good advice, which I will convey to my patients because that's what they've always been talking about. Yeah. Okay, thank you so much, Dr. David. All right, so let's put aside the food. Okay, let's go to another very, very common question that my patient usually asks. What are the myths of the cholesterol medications?
Okay, so of course, for medications, a lot of us, worry about side effects, right? We always worry about side effects. Of course, we worry about side effects, but first you need to concentrate that the medication is there to help you. Yeah, so you need to concentrate on the benefits of the medications, right? So the medications actually bring down your cholesterol level by a good amount, usually up to 50% reduction, which is way more than something like oats, right? So the thing is, the myth, a lot of my patients, they complain or they are worried about certain things that the medication might cause them, and they want to avoid taking the medications. One of the most common myth will be, will it damage my kidney? Yes. Will it damage my liver? That is one of the common one that they tend to ask. And I'm glad to say that this is in fact a myth because, injury to the liver or the kidney is extremely rare, especially in taking a medication such as statins. Extremely rare. In fact, causing liver failure or kidney failure, I've not seen a single case in my entire practice. Another common, thing that they worry about is memory loss or dementia. Have you heard of this, Mimi?
Yes.
Really?
One or two patients, yes.
Yeah, so they always say, these medications cause dementia. But that is also, I'm glad to say again, it's a myth. Yeah, so this kind of memory loss and all this are coming from anecdotal evidence, case reports, which are not good. So we have now very large studies, involving more than 20,000 patients. A lot of them have very low cholesterol levels because they are treated aggressively for coronary artery disease. And I'm glad to say that they do not report any increased incidence of memory loss or dementia. So I think in general, medications such as statins is generally safe. And as long as you're monitored by your doctor, then you should be fine.
Yes. Thank you so much, Dr. David. Okay, now that Dr. David mentioned this, please, everyone, if you have any questions, please check with your doctor first, okay, before deciding whether this medication is okay for me, whether this is okay for me.
Or you can leave it in the comment box.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So what we can do as pharmacists, usually when they come to us and they ask all these questions, we always tell them we weigh the risk and benefits.
Correct.
Yeah.
And I think, like, I'm a bit jealous about pharmacists. When patients come to see me, they don't tell me a lot of things. But they go to the pharmacist, they'll tell them all kinds of things. Maybe the pharmacists, they're more comfortable talking to pharmacists. But I think, you should tell your doctor what you're feeling, what you're experiencing, and why you need help with, and how we can help you with, right? Then the pharmacist usually will come back to me and say, "Hey, doctor, actually this patient had this. Okay."
See, actually Dr. David wants you all to talk to him.
Yeah.
So Dr. David here is really approachable. You see, he's super friendly, so you can talk anything to him and he won't bite you. All right. So thank you so much for really clearing out all the myths, okay? Because this is what everyone's been debating recently. Okay. Thank you so much. So we're moving on to just now, Dr. David, you mentioned side effects, okay? People will be like, side effects. The first thing they'll listen, side effects.
Yeah.
So one of the concern is when they are prescribed a higher dose. If compared to lower dose, they'll be like, oh, is there any side effects? Okay, what are the side effects? Yeah, can you enlighten us?
Well, generally speaking, statins have very little side effects. Most of my patients, I would say more than 90% of them, tolerate statins very, very well. And because they have heart disease, they need to keep their cholesterol level at a very low level, and they are on long-term statins. So they are taking the medications for years, 5 years, 10 years, and more than 15 years maybe. And I'm happy to say that most of them tolerate it very well. But one of the common side effects would be myalgia, which is what we call as muscle ache. But I would not be too fast to point the finger at the medications, because sometimes after a long day at work, I also get muscle ache, right? Then I wouldn't say that, that is due to the medication. Especially for you, if you're working in an office situation, always on the desk, and you're taking statin, then you go home tired, muscle ache, must be the statin.
Exactly.
That's not fair, right? So the next day, you still take the statin, you might not have muscle ache at all. So I think you need to go on a case-to-case basis. The side effect that you're experiencing might not be really due to the medications, and I will advise you again to speak to your doctor if you experience any form of side effect at all.
Yes. Correct, Dr. David. If you have any concerns about medication, please check back with your doctor. Don't be there thinking that, what if I tell my doctor and my doctor scold me? Blah, blah, blah. That is just all a myth. Okay, your doctor will never scold you.
Really? Okay.
right?
I
believe,
yes.
yes.
So too.
Because I believe, Dr. David, we are all passionate about helping our patients and treating our patients. So please talk to your doctors, Please talk to your doctors. Okay, all right. So another concern, from most of our patients, actually all these questions that I'm addressing are those very common questions from our patients. Okay, they usually have huge concern about medications. So if they don't want to take medications, is there any supplement, if they can take any supplement to reduce their cholesterol levels?
Wow, that's fantastic, because Malaysians, we love supplements, right?
Yes.
If you look in your cabinet box or your medication box, most of it will be supplements, I believe. So for cholesterol, there are some supplements out there in the market that potentially may help bring down your cholesterol levels. One of the supplements, such as omega-3 fish oil, which is commonly taken for this reason, for health benefits and also to reduce cholesterol. But I would like to say that these supplements, some may be effective, but the cholesterol reduction may not be extreme, or may not be good enough for you. So it depends how high the level of cholesterol that you're having. If you're just a borderline high, maybe taking a supplement can push you down back to normal. But if your cholesterol level is very high, you may indeed need some form of medications to bring it down. As I mentioned, cholesterol medications can bring down by 50% of your cholesterol level, but supplements maybe 10 to 20%. So the magnum, or the magnitude of the cholesterol reduction may not be as high if you're taking a supplement.
Okay, Dr. David, I'm sure you've heard of this supplement.
Okay.
Okay, it's a really, really popular one
Okay.
for cholesterol.
Okay.
Red yeast rice.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So, do you think that red yeast rice can work better or same as our cholesterol medication?
So you in pharmacology, or usually the pharmacists are very good at this, but I'll try to answer this. Okay. But the red yeast is actually also a HMG-CoA reductase inhibitor. Okay, it's a big jargon, big word here. But statins, the cholesterol medications that we use, act on an enzyme known as HMG-CoA, and red yeast also act on the same enzyme, same pathway. So they share a same mechanism of action. The way it works is the same, but I think the potency is different. So again, red yeast is not as potent or not as strong as statin, and the reduction that you expect from taking red yeast will also not be as much as you taking a statin medication or a cholesterol medication. Yeah.
I see, doctor. That means, like what you mentioned, if their cholesterol is at borderline, it's not too high, so it is still fine to take red yeast rice to control?
Well, nobody can force you to take a medication, right? So if your cholesterol level is high and you really do not want medications, then maybe you can try, you can try. But I think the most important thing is, after you take the supplements or whatever supplements that you plan to take, don't forget your cholesterol level was high in the beginning. So after 3 to 6 months, maybe you should repeat the cholesterol levels. If the cholesterol levels is still high, then maybe it's not good enough for you, right?
Yes.
So maybe you move on to the next step. Maybe you would eventually need some form of treatment for your cholesterol levels.
Yes, exactly. I'm on the same page as Dr. David. So when you take your anything, okay, when you take your medications, when you're taking supplements, always check back your cholesterol levels, monitor, not just take and just let it be.
So this is a problem. A lot of my patients, they just take and they forget about it, right?
Exactly.
So after 2-3 years, they say, hey, my cholesterol is actually still high.
So, so that's how you find out whether the supplement or the medication is actually working, right?
Correct.
Okay, then if they're on medication, if their cholesterol level is already perfect, like beautiful cholesterol levels, do you think they can stop taking the medications?
Okay, so this is always the conundrum that we have. Always the dilemma that we have. Our patients always want to stop the medications as much as possible, and as a doctor, I would also like to stop the medication because I do not want my patients to be taking so many medications, right? But the thing about cholesterol is the cholesterol medications, when it brings down the cholesterol very well, and then you achieve a very good level of cholesterol. But if you stop the medications, usually the cholesterol level will go back up again, and then go back up to where it was. So that is the problem. When you want to prevent cardiovascular diseases, this is not a 1 month or 2 month thing. You want to prevent it over the long term, over 5 years, 10 years, and so on and so forth. So if you only reduce your cholesterol levels for a short period of time, then you will not get the benefit. So it's the same as the analogy of the sink, right? You pour the oil, and then you stop pouring the oil is not a very little oil you pour inside, and just for 1 or 2 days. Then tomorrow you pour back the same amount of oil. Then in long term, your sink will still get clogged, right?
Yes.
So the same thing is, when you want to prevent cardiovascular diseases, if you're taking a medication to prevent this and you're high risk of developing cardiovascular diseases, the ball game is for long term. So you need to take the medications for long period of time, keep your cholesterol level for as low as possible, for as long as possible, in order for you to get all the benefits that you want to get from this medication.
I really love the analogy that you just mentioned. It makes all of us, our patients, they have easier understanding on what is the consequences if they stop taking their cholesterol medications. Yeah, I think this is something that we really, really should highlight about, because the awareness is really, really important there. Okay, so, but doctor, the thing is there any possibility, okay, that a patient can really completely waive off from a cholesterol medication?
Okay, so if your cholesterol levels is very low and you have a very good lifestyle modification, you are able to bring down your weight, exercise, go on a very good healthy living diet, we will slowly taper your medications, maybe from a higher dose, taper it down to a lower dose, and see how your cholesterol level is. If your cholesterol level is still good, then maybe you can be off the medications. But this is only for certain scenarios. If the patients have already established narrowing vessels in the heart, or you have a stroke before, then we would want to keep your cholesterol level as low as possible for as long as possible, and most likely you probably have to take the medications long term or maybe even lifelong. So it goes on a case by case basis. Not everyone can be off their medications. I have indeed off some of my patients' medications, but I would say it's not so common. But if extreme lifestyle changes, very good lifestyle changes, then maybe one day you can stop the medication.
Yeah, so everyone, you've heard that Dr. David say, if you're disciplined enough, okay, if you listen to your doctor well, you cooperate well, okay, there might be a chance that you won't have to take the medications, okay? But always remember, check with your doctor, talk to your doctor. Okay, another very, very common question, okay, which is something that's always a mixed responses from the crowd, okay? When should we really take our cholesterol medication? Morning or actually night?
Okay. So traditionally, I think the pharmacist will tell you this as well. We usually advise our patients to take the medication at night before sleep. Yeah. Why? Because the enzyme that we mentioned earlier, HMG-CoA reductase, are actually more active at night. Somehow, yeah. So the medications will probably have its most benefit if you take it at night before sleep. But now the latest cholesterol medications is long acting. The effect lasts the whole day. So preferably you can take it at night, but some of my patients, they tend to miss the dose if they ask them to take the night. So they forget, at night when they're busy, maybe a bit busy, they prefer to take it together with their other medications that they take in the morning, such as your blood pressure pills and all that. So it's not wrong. You can do that as well. You will still get the benefit. So if you can, would like to take it at night, but if not, if it's more easy for you, more convenient for you, and you tend to not skip your doses, then I think it's okay. You can take it in the morning as well.
Okay. But if they take it in the morning, will that affect any of that absorption thing? Or
well, I think the efficacy wise, of course, if you take it at night, would be the best. But the new medications, they are very good and very little interactions. And the last effect is long throughout the day. And I think if you can prevent you from skipping your dose, is way better than losing that little bit of efficacy or the absorption that you might be concerned about. So yeah, if you do not comply to the medication, you tend to skip doses. You're supposed to take it every day. You miss 2 or 3 doses a week, then you're not compliant, right? And that has been shown as an independent predictor for events in the future. So you won't want that, right? So as much as possible, to make it as convenient as possible for our patients to take the medications, I will take that, yeah.
Yes. So for sure, we will go with the way to make our patients comply with the medications.
Correct,
yeah. So everyone, please keep in mind, don't just take one day and one day off, one day no, okay? Or just go according to your mood and then you feel like taking it, then you take it. No. This is like what Dr. David said, it's a long-term medication. So in order to really achieve that perfect, perfect health state, okay, we have to comply with the medications and take it every single day. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I guess that's all questions from me as being a pharmacist to Dr. David. So now it's time for everyone's most anticipated giveaway. Like just now I mentioned in the front, we have a giveaway session where you can win prizes. So the question is, everyone pay attention. The question is, what health conditions can cause high cholesterol? Okay, for sure we have MCQs, we have multiple choice questions. A, diabetes. B, kidney disease. C, high blood pressure. Or D, all of the above. Alright, so everyone hurry up, okay? Don't Google already, okay? Faster comment your answer in the comment section, okay? And 3 lucky audiences will be selected after the live stream session, and what you're gonna win? A 50 ringgit CARiNG e-cash voucher, guys. Okay? You can buy a lot with that. So do remember to like our CARiNG Pharmacy Facebook page, like and share this live stream, and also tag 3 friends or family members, anyone, okay, together with your answer in the comment section to increase your chances of winning. So hurry up, everyone. Don't waste time, okay? Don't think or what. Just type in the comment section. Go, go, go. All right. So, okay, while everyone is typing in the comment section, we will now move on to our Q&A session. Okay, this is something interesting because all the questions are coming from our audiences. So we will know what exactly are they concerned about or what they really want to ask. Burning questions. Okay, so, okay, wow, it seems like we have a lot of questions. Okay, I'll read them out for you one by one, Dr. David.
Sure,
okay,
sure.
So while I'm reading, you can like a bit. Okay, so we have first question from one of our viewers, Josephine. All right, what types we should avoid to prevent us from having high cholesterol? I think she meant what type of food we should avoid.
She's concerned about food. Yeah, so I think very important. You need to empower yourself or give yourself the knowledge to know what kind of food is good for you. Be it if you have high blood pressure, be it diabetes, be it high cholesterol. These are what we call non-communicable disease or lifestyle diseases. And certain food will actually, be not so good for your cholesterol levels. So in terms of cholesterol, to put it plainly, will be animal-based products. Yeah. So like shellfish, like your udang, sotong, ketam, Minnie's favorite, maybe. And then the internal organs like the liver, these internal organs, and then the meat products like red meat, beef, lamb, all these kind of things, and also I think oil, saturated fats, oil, fried food. Yeah, these are probably things that you should probably avoid. But I think once in a while it's probably okay. You not be too dull, right? But you try to keep it to a minimum as well if you know that you have high cholesterol. So that's why it's very important to check your cholesterol level. If you know you have high cholesterol, then you'll really take more precaution to avoid this food. But if you don't know you have high cholesterol, then you'll probably go on just as usual, right? Yeah.
Exactly. That's actually all my favorite foods. You guessed it right there. So actually, I've been wanting to check my cholesterol in quite some time. So I'll better do it already because I really love red meat, to be honest. Yeah. So guys, please take note of this. Okay, all the foods that Doctor just mentioned. Try not to take it in too much portion. Okay,
correct,
moderation. Always moderation. Yeah. So all right. Thank you for that. Okay, answer everyone's question there. So we'll move on to the second question, Doctor. We have from Halisa. Okay, can high cholesterol leads to acne? Okay, good question.
This is a good question. I've never really, came across this. First time someone asked me this. But I would say no, probably not. I've not come across this before. I don't see the relationship between cholesterol and acne. No, I think probably that's a myth.
Yeah, I do agree with Doctor on that. But I mean, it's worth giving a try to research about it, to read about me more. Okay? All right. So, third question. Okay, we have from Yon. Sorry. May I know what is the reading of a borderline of cholesterol? Yes.
Okay, so when I look at the cholesterol report, there are a lot of numbers there, right? So the one that I first look at will be the total cholesterol. One at the top will be a total cholesterol. So total cholesterol is usually about 5. Below 5, probably quite good. Above 5, not so good. And then the next number will be HDL. HDL is high density lipoprotein, or the good cholesterol. That we would like it to be above 1.3. Yeah. The other number that I emphasize on, and it's very, very important, will be the LDL, or the low density lipoprotein. And this is the one that is actually the predictor of cardiovascular risk. So if your LDL, most lab will take the cutoff point of 3.0. But for me, preferably 2.6 and below. Yeah, 2.6 and below. 2.6 and below. Yeah. So if you are above that by a little bit, then probably you are borderline. But if your LDL is more than 4.9, 4.9, which is almost double 2.6, right? 4.9, then we'll classify you as an extremely high LDL. Then if you fall into this category, you need to be very careful and you need to do something about it. Yeah.
Okay, everyone, hurry up! Take up your blood test reports. Okay, hurry up and go and look at the look at the digits. Okay, okay. Dr. David mentioned 2.6. The
Yeah.
best is 2.6
2.6
and below. Yes.
4.9 above. Not good. Yeah. Okay.
4.9 and above, faster book an appointment to go and see your doctor. Yeah? Okay, don't wait already. Right, thank you, doctor. Okay, moving on. Next question we have from Kelvin Tan. Does cholesterol cause my skin eczema to flare? What do you think about this?
This a lot of skin questions today, which I'm actually quite surprised. No, I don't think so as well. I don't see the relationship because cholesterol is usually we are worried about the cardiovascular diseases. It comes in the same group as the non-communicable diseases such as hypertension, high blood pressure, diabetes, cholesterol, overweight, obesity. These 4 conditions we known as if you have all 4 of them, we call it the metabolic syndrome, which actually put you at increased risk of developing cardiovascular diseases. So cholesterol, mainly our concern would be CV, cardiovascular diseases, not really skin.
I know why people are asking a lot about skin condition because it's something really, really common.
Yeah, maybe, and people are very worried about the skin.
Yeah, exactly. Especially in our community. Yes. Skin is something appearance, I would say. It usually happens at first sign when there's something on the skin.
Well, skin is very important, but you should also know that cardiovascular diseases is the #1 cause of death in the country, right? The latest survey showed that up to 30% of our cause of death in Malaysia is due to cardiovascular disease, either a stroke, heart attack, so on and so forth. So extremely important, extremely common, and the way to prevent it is check your cholesterol and get it down.
Yes, check your cholesterol and talk to your doctor. Yes,
correct.
Very important. So when people hear death, they're like, oh, okay, I will do it. Okay, all right, we'll move on to the next question, doctor. Okay, what is the cause of high cholesterol? How can we know? I think what she meant by TFR is what is the cause of high cholesterol and how do we know if we had it? Maybe we can just refresh back a bit on this.
So the causes of cholesterol, mainly we can divide into 2. One is primary, one is secondary. So I'd like to concentrate more on the primary. So primary hypercholesterolemia means that you develop cholesterol by itself. There's no known cause. But a lot of time, this is some genetic component to it or hereditary component to it. Yeah. The fact is the dietary cholesterol, the food that we take, only contribute up to 30% of the cholesterol levels in your bloodstream. 70% or the majority of the cholesterol that is in your blood is actually produced by the liver. So, a lot of people do not know this. 70% of the cholesterol in your blood is actually produced by the liver. So, lifestyle modifications can only do so much, right? You can only bring it down by so much. So, for some patients that has increased production of cholesterol in their body, will probably need some form of treatment. And most of the time, the medications that we develop to treat this actually acts on liver. So to prevent the liver from producing too much cholesterol. So a lot of time, you have high cholesterol, there's no known cause, but some might be hereditary or genetic component to it.
I believe many of my patients that I met today mostly are hereditary because they have high cholesterol at like as early as 30. So and they get quite surprised because they'll be telling me I really take care of my diet, I really exercise a lot, but I still have high cholesterol.
It's not surprising at all. Because I work in the National Heart Institute or Institute Jantung Negara, we see a lot of patients with cardiac diseases, and we also do screening for athletes. All right, so I have patients who are triathletes. They can do a stretch test and run to stage 9. They can run marathon non-stop in a very good time, but their cholesterol is still high. So the cholesterol is still high, and I'm sure that these people, they take care of their diet. They are athletes, they take care of diet, they exercise all the time, but their cholesterol are still high because the liver is actually producing too much cholesterol, and there is a genetic component or hereditary component to it. And you also know that you have some families or some friends who belong to a family that a lot of them have high cholesterol, and some of them in their family members also develop heart diseases as well. The father, the grandfather, or something like that. So that is why it's very important. Even if you're very fit, very active, you take care of your health, but you still need to do a blood test and check the cholesterol, because again, it has no symptoms at all. The only way to know is to do a blood test.
Yes, exactly. That is what doctor has been stressing about. Do blood tests. So regardless at what age you are, if you think you're really fit, okay, you have healthy lifestyle and everything, the best is at least once a year.
Once a year.
Yeah, once a year of blood tests. Then at least you know what is going on in your body and how is your body like. Yeah.
So yeah, just the other day I had a patient that came in for stress test. She did very well, and she's very active. Runs every day 5 kilometers. Very take care of her food. But her LDL is a borderline 3.2. Yeah, so it's still high. But of course, I did not start her on any medications because she did not have any other risk factors. But this can happen. Yeah.
Yes. So everyone, please bear in mind of this, of what Dr. David mentioned. All right. Thank you so much. We'll move on to the next question. Doctor, can I know what is the side effect? All right. Side effect of rosuvastatin for a long period of time. I believe this audience is taking rosuvastatin.
Yeah. Okay. The two main medications that we use, rosuvastatin, atorvastatin, these are very common cholesterol medications that we know as statins, because all of them end with the statin at the back, right? So, and generally, a lot of my patients, they take it long term and they tolerate it very well. They don't have much issues with taking the medications long term. As mentioned earlier, the most common side effects I would say would be myalgia or muscle ache. If you don't experience that and you are fine, usually you do well. Yeah, just carry on, take the medications, make sure your cholesterol is in check. There must be a reason why the doctor prescribed you with this medication. If you are having any concern, you can always speak back to your doctor whether you still need the medication or not, or whether you can reduce the dose or even stop it. And if you have any side effect at all, do tell your doctor. And of course, there are many ways to overcome this problem. And maybe you can switch your medication, reduce the dose, take it a different way, so on and so forth.
Yes. Again, I want to highlight what Dr. David said. Talk to your doctor. So anything, any concerns you have, okay, you're not sure, any doubts, just talk to your doctor. Okay, switching medications, once you talk to your doctor will be the one responsible, okay, to know what medications that is suitable for you. Okay, so I do not recommend switching it by yourself, because this is a very common question that I get.
Exactly, and sometimes my patients take their husband's medication or take their friend's medication and try it and see how it goes. I think that's probably not appropriate. But again, you have to consult someone who is trained and professionally trained to do this to advise you appropriately. Yeah.
Yes, agree with doctor on this. Everything you say today, I'm like nodding so hard. It's like exactly. All right, so doctor, we'll move on to, okay, we do have quite a number of intensive questions. Okay, one is from Judy. Okay, she said her doctor has been insisting her to take 20 mg dose, even though her cholesterol level is good for the past 5 months. And she started this medication last May. So why is that so?
Okay, I don't know exactly the medical condition that you have, Judy, but there are many reasons why the doctor want to prescribe you with a high dose medication or certain dose of medication, and the target levels for cholesterol for each patient is different. Okay, so if you are taking cholesterol medications, we do not look at the reference number that you see in your medical in your lab report anymore. So a lot of reference number in the medical or the lab report will be below 3 or below 2.6. And if it's that below that level, it will not be highlighted, it will not be bolded, and you will think that it's normal. But if you have certain medical conditions like coronary artery disease, heart diseases, stroke, we need to target your cholesterol level way lower than normal. So we need to bring it down to maybe 1.8 or even 1.4. In extreme situations, 1.0 and below. So normal, we say normal 2.6, right? But sometimes maybe the doctor wants to target you at below 1.4. So then maybe you will need a certain dose to achieve that target. So why is that target? Because these are all based on guidelines, medical guidelines, to show that if you have certain medical conditions, keeping your cholesterol level lower will actually prevent you from having a second attack, or second stroke, or second heart attack. So that is the reason why we tailor our practice, our treatment to each patient on a case-by-case basis. So there might be a good medical reason why you need to take a higher dose and bring down your cholesterol to a lower level compared to someone else who may not have a similar risk profile as you.
Yes. Thank you, Doctor. I hope that, Judy, once you've had all this information from Dr. David, you can bring all this information and talk to your doctor as well. Yes, so because I believe your doctor knows your condition best. All right. Okay, so we'll just take another 2 more questions, okay, from our audience very quickly. One popular question is, can we take both red yeast and cholesterol medication together? Is it safe?
Okay, yeah. Okay, so I get asked this also before because as we mentioned earlier, red yeast and cholesterol medication, statin, especially statin, actually act on the same pathway, what we call the HMG-CoA reductase pathway. So taking red yeast on top of statin may not yield you additional benefit because you're already taking a potent agent, which is statin, to bring down the HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors, so to bring down the cholesterol level. So you add on a red yeast using towards the same pathway may not give you additional benefit. So if your cholesterol level is still not at target or controlled, even with a medication, then probably we will need a different medication to act on a different pathway in the cholesterol synthesis or cholesterol production in the liver to bring it down further. So there are multiple pathways for cholesterol synthesis, so maybe a different medication will probably help you more rather than combining red yeast and statin.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah. So generally, I would not recommend because I would think that you'll be wasting the money. Okay. But maybe another agent, if your cholesterol is not well controlled, then another agent can help you bring your cholesterol down. Yeah.
Okay, now that we have this information from Dr. David, so if your friends or family members tell you, go and try the red yeast rice, very good for your cholesterol, please, again, talk to your doctor first if you're on cholesterol medications, or if you want, before you purchase it from the pharmacy, please speak to the pharmacist. Okay, because then the healthcare professionals will be able to provide like really accurate and reliable information. Okay.
I think also very important, if you take supplements, please recheck your cholesterol levels because your cholesterol levels might still be high even if you're on supplements, right?
Yes. You can have 10 supplements, but it doesn't mean that your body is in the tip-top condition. Okay, always do blood tests, check with your doctors. Okay, and then one last question, doctor. Okay, from Sansan, is it possible to lower my cholesterol levels in 3 months if it's borderline reading?
Yeah, of course, it is possible. Usually, we recommend the time frame of 3 to 6 months for you to recheck your cholesterol levels with lifestyle modifications. But with medications, usually the cholesterol level drops much more quickly. So within 4 to 6 weeks, we can tell the effect of the medication on your body. But if you pursue a lifestyle modification, meaning you control your diet, you go for exercise, maintain a healthy weight, and then you want to know how you are doing, how successful you are. This is very important. I think San, right, has actually learned something from today. She wants to recheck her cholesterol levels. Then yes, the appropriate time will be 3 to 6 months time. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much, Dr. David. Okay, all his answers are really addressed very specifically to all of your questions. Okay, so I really, really hope that you all take down all these important notes. Okay, if again, any doubts, please check with your doctors or any of your friendly pharmacists. Okay, even if pharmacists, we are unable to help at one point, we will still encourage you to refer back to your doctors. Okay, because we work really, really closely on this. Okay, it's always about your well-being. All right. Okay. So, doctor, okay, I think that's the end of the sharing session for today. So, for all the viewers, okay, who have just joined halfway, remember, okay, very important, to answer the question that is pinned in the comment box, okay, below together, and you might stand a chance to win a 50 ringgit worth of CARiNG cash voucher. All right. Okay, so before we end our session today, Doctor, do you have any take-home messages for us and our audiences live while watching the live stream right now?
Yeah, so thank you very much for the opportunity to be here, CARiNG Pharmacy, as well as Binyi for inviting me. I think the goal of today's session is to have a good heart health. Yeah, we're talking about heart health, prevention of coronary artery disease and cardiovascular diseases. So I'd like to share with you just 4 simple steps that I always tell my patients. 4 simple steps that you can do to prevent, coronary artery disease. Step number 1 is look before you eat. Look before you eat. A lot of us, we eat first, then we look.
Exactly.
That is the problem, right? So you should equip yourself with the knowledge that what food is good for you, what's the portion that is suitable for you before you actually eat. But a lot of time we go for buffet makan, then you say, regret lah, I should have taken that, right? How many times has that happened, right? So number 2, don't smoke. Yeah, don't smoke. Smoking is not good. Try to avoid smoking. And if you're smoking, stop smoking. Yeah. Number 3, exercise.
Yes.
The recommendation is 120 minutes, moderate intensity exercise. We don't need you to run a marathon. We just need you to do a brisk walking. 120 minutes a week is the recommendation to maintain a healthy heart and also maintain a healthy weight. Yeah. Number 4, know your numbers. Okay, we're not talking about your bank account number, but we are talking about your blood pressure number, your sugar reading, as well as your cholesterol numbers. So these are your vital numbers. Okay. Of course, don't forget your wife's phone number. Okay. So these are the 4 steps that I usually share with my patients and also my friends and family that will actually help you as much as possible maintain a healthy lifestyle and healthy heart health.
Oh, that's a really, really touching take-home messages from Dr. David here. Okay, very, very precise. So everyone, please take note. I'm kind of like begging here, please, everyone take care of your health. Okay, because to be honest, as a pharmacist here, sometimes I'm really concerned about my patients. I'll tell them, please check with the doctor. Please check with the doctor. They were like, okay, yeah. So we are really, really sincere in this. I hope that at the same time, not just us taking care of your health, you yourself be accountable of your own health as well. Really look before you eat. Okay, I totally agree with that. All right, so sad to say that this is the end of our sharing session, Dr. David. So again, to everyone out there, our audiences, thank you so much, everyone who have joined our live today. Thank you, Dr. David, okay, for sharing such extensive knowledge of cholesterol management. I've learned so much, and I'm sure it same goes to our audience today. And as for the viewers, okay, who are anticipating the giveaway winner announcement, be sure to keep an eye on CARiNG's Facebook page as we will be announcing the winners sometime soon. Okay, and once again, thank you everyone so much for joining us this lovely evening, and we'll see you again in our next live stream. Thank you so much. Good night.
Bye-bye.